Sippin News. What's good, boys and girls? We are Sippin News. 6th episode or 7th. We'll find out. But
I thought it was 6.
I thought it was 7, but we'll find out in the archives, you know what I'm saying? So I have a question for you. You know, I woke up today and like during the winter break, it was rainy. And then it's been like sunny for like a good 2 weeks, and now it's rainy again. And it got me thinking, do you think people will be depressed? And that's my thoughts on depression came and routed into like pills. Do you think ashwagandha is a gummy?
It's more like a vitamin.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, in gummy form or in pill form that's supposed to give you libido, relaxation,
libido,
relaxation, and apparently it can make you not depressed, but
it can make your dick bigger too.
I took it. It gave me a good millimeter. You know what I'm saying?
No, I could definitely attest to that too.
Well, like, is it like make you bigger or make you harder? For me, it made me harder.
Okay, in my case, it made it bigger because like I noticed it when it wasn't hard.
What?
Yeah.
So it made like a softy, a long softy.
Low key.
But like ashwagandha, like, do you think that it's too good? Because sometimes it be making me feel numb, like too relaxed.
Oh, well, I don't know if it's like a placebo or whatever, but including you, people told me that it can make you feel kind of like, yeah, numb, sad, or like depressed. You just can't feel anything.
Yeah.
And like after
I want to feel something.
After taking it for like a month, I kind of realized that I don't think it has anything to do with the weather.
Oh yeah, that just rainy gave me depression vibes, and I thought of ashwagandha.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I stopped taking that.
No, I did too. I stopped taking it a couple weeks ago.
I only take it once every 2 weeks because the goalie tastes good, you know what I'm saying?
Tastes like candy.
Yeah, but like, you know, Libby and I have gotten in arguments and I didn't feel anything. She said, "You don't care." And I was like, oh shit, I'm cycling on ashwagandha.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it didn't make me happy. It just didn't make me feel. It's just sometimes I want to feel, you know?
I felt like I was just like floating through life. For that like month I was taking it. And then
yeah, it made me an NPC.
Yeah. I felt like I was just like not living.
Yeah, exactly. When we were in ashwagandha, it felt like life is the schedule.
Yeah, yeah. And I was getting kind of like, man, this is what life is. Just going with the flow forever.
Okay, what's your opinions to the people out there? Should people take ashwagandha like that? Like, I know some people are like, they really need it, but like, low key, too much can be inverse. I mean, you be snacking on them though.
Yeah, like if you take the goalie ones, they say 2 a day. I just cut it to 1 a day, maybe even 1 every other day, and that seems to be fine. Yeah,
and I thought it was just a gym thing, but apparently a lot of people need it, so
I guess.
Yeah, but being like numb is like, would you rather be hurt or not care? Well, obviously,
would I rather be hurt or not care?
Would you rather be hurt or be numb?
I'd rather not give a fuck.
Is that being numb?
No, because not. I feel like not. Well,
people could say that not giving a fuck is being numb.
I guess so. But also, I feel like if you're not giving a fuck, it's because you gave too many fucks. So it's like you're acting like that because you gave a fuck too much. But on ashwagandha, you're numb to the sense where you just don't realize any of that.
Yeah, that's true. Dead ass robot stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even if you're not giving a fuck, that's kind of like an emotion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is an emotion.
But being numb is like, you're not aware of that.
Sheesh.
If you're not giving a fuck, you're definitely aware of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You're self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
And about not giving a fuck, how has your fashion through middle school and high school to now evolved. I know you've been taking some L outfits. You feel me?
Yeah. What?
I did too. We had those rolling backpacks, Aeropostals. Okay, give me your
the Aeropostale stage. Oh my!
give me your
God.
K4 drama. Wait, you grew up in Colorado, right? Is it K4 or 4K? Because I have K4 and K5.
Oh, it's K6.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
I know it's not like that here, but in Colorado and Arizona, those are the places I grew up in during that time. It was K through 6. Yeah, I was actually really weird.
Like weirdly stylish.
Not even stylish. Like, it was like, I felt like I was an old man in a child's body.
Oh my
Like,
god.
And I did go to charter school and private school for a little bit, like, in that time.
So that's
and
why you're so rowdy.
It was, it was all, like, uniforms sometimes. But then I went to public school again, and I was wearing, like, dress pants and polos all the time. Because that's all I thought of wearing, right? But no one else was wearing that. And it took me an oddly big amount of time to realize, like, I need to change something. I just never...
When did you grow up and find that out?
Probably, like, high school. Freshman year of high school is when I finally got out of that. But then that's when I dipped into that Aeropostale, Hollister, Abercrombie phase.
That's a middle school thing.
Well, I was late, okay? I was a late bloomer in the sense of fashion.
He is so late. Hey, it's been like 3 years. He just found out the under tee with the hoodie.
Okay.
The hoodie with the scoop tee. Shout out Kanye.
Okay, sure. I did just start wearing, like, Air Forces and stuff just a couple years ago.
That's 10 years late, my boy.
Better late than never.
Hey, but I can say in middle school, I was the dude with the least drip. I had imagine a young me, right? I had a bowl cut. I had a rolling backpack too.
Dude, I had those things too.
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. When I first came in California, I was the only mofo with a rolling backpack in the 6th grade. Everyone had a JanSport with those Neff backpacks.
Oh, yeah.
And Nike Elites. That was a good stage. And I was like, after a week, I was like, dude, I look so lame. I want a backpack to actually be on my back. You know what happened the next week?
What?
I put the rolling backpack on my back. And I had my hands in my...
Dude, isn't that hella, like, heavy?
It was so heavy. I thought that was cool because no one had rolling backpacks, but like no backpacks had a handle either, so it was like anti-drip.
You know what, though? Rolling backpacks are not too bad, though. Like, who wants to carry around hella books on your back?
Dude, I guess like
rolling backpacks are underrated.
Yeah, like people hate. It did look lame as a mofo, but like it's cool. It's convenient, but like for 1 month, I really had a rolling backpack to my bag, dude. In my ass, like when I sat down and I forgot to like put it on the floor, I felt the wheels go on my cheek. I was like, it's a little brown. But yeah, I think it was in high school where I started to care about clothing.
Yeah.
Because like in middle school, I was the Aeropostale maestro.
Mm-hmm. It said Aero hella big on my t-shirt.
Shout out my friend Sean and Nate. They would always meme me because I kid you not, every day I would wear the same Aeropostale blue zip-up hoodie. Every day. Like when I didn't wear it, people looked at me and were like, "You're really not wearing the Aeropostale hoodie, huh?"
They were like, "Keon, is that you?"
Exactly. It looked like Gion, you know what I'm saying? But
you'll meet Gion one day.
Soon. And then as I was talking into high school, you know, there was like fights over clothes.
Oh my god, did you go to school like in the hood where they like stole your Jordans?
No. My
and they like
outfits
threw them on the power lines? That's some hood shit. I've never seen that in real life.
No. I'm talking about like No, that's theft, not fighting over
Well,
clothes.
I mean, did you go to school like where they stuffed you in a locker and stuff?
I went to Roseville.
Okay. You just said they tried stealing your clothes.
No, we fought over clothes. We didn't steal clothes.
Oh.
Like, like my fashion is better than yours.
Oh. So like I'm better than you.
Yeah, but I was like, it's really like
okay.
who's the richest, or like for who could like get the most money, the papa's credit card type beat, No, but there's this one time in a high school I will not disclose, and then I heard there was a fight because these two were beefing over outfits, right? And then next thing you know, it was a fist fight, and I kid you not, according to Twitter, the passionate clothing people like got their enemies, and then they bashed their head on a bench, and like he almost had a seizure for real.
I bet those people work at McDonald's today.
He was seizing.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. And there was an ambulance.
What the fuck?
Over clothes.
I bet they had blood all over it too.
Yeah, like rip, you know what I'm saying? Get out that Tide pen, you feel me? Shing!
Oh man. Ugh.
Yeah, but do you think the clothes make the person or the confidence?
Oh, the confidence for sure. Like
no,
I
but
feel like
sometimes a sneaker's a sneaker. You could wear like open toe shoes, but like sometimes the girls want the foot with the sneaker in.
I feel like you could dress hella weird or dorky, but if you're hella confident, you could somehow pull it off. Or not even like giving a fuck.
Yeah.
You just don't care, and like it shows. I guess that's like a form of confidence where you just wear whatever it looks somehow people think you pull it off.
That's true. But did you ever use clothing as a way to feel good?
Oh, all the time. All the time. I do that with a lot of stuff, actually. Like, I drive a certain car if I'm feeling myself that day. Or I'll wear, like, my YSL shoes if I'm, like, feeling myself. Which I actually haven't worn those. I'm afraid to get them dirty.
Shoes are shoes, man. I need to wear a lot of my shoes.
They're more just, like,
display.
For my closet.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could wear stuff and to make you feel good. I think everyone does.
I feel it. Dude, okay, I have a question for you. You're clearly single, but...
Clearly single? Damn!
Because you're always complaining.
I don't always complain.
But would you date a girl who's a sneakerhead?
Oh, yeah.
What if she has more heat than you?
I'll out-heat her.
No, but she knows the style. Like you could wear.
Then she can help me.
She knows the 1K shoes, but you know the 1K shoes, but she knows the Japan exclusives or something.
That's
like
cool.
That.
Then she
or
can
like
help me
the
get
LV
them.
Exclusives. But you wouldn't feel self-conscious.
No.
You wouldn't feel like it's a battle of my heat's heater than your heat.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're different.
You would feel like that?
Yeah, because I'm the sneakerhead friend.
But she could help you get those.
Well, it doesn't apply, but shout out Livy.
I wouldn't mind. I would actually like that. That would be pretty cool.
It's the same concept, because you said I'd feel weird if I have a better bag than the girl. Oh, that's different.
That's a bit different. Like, like if I have if I'm wearing one of those crossbody bags and like my bags are more expensive than my girl's bag, I feel like it's a little backwards. But
wait, why? I think that would be cool. Have you seen 365 Days? That guy dripped out. The girl's like a scrub. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think you got to match somehow. Like,
wait, what is it? Like,
you can't have one.
Is her status too low, or does it give you zesty vibes?
No, I feel like.
Or are you zesty?
I feel like. I don't know. How do I explain this? I don't want to sound like an asshole.
No, go for it, man.
I don't feel like one of them should be like hella drippy, and then the other one is like hella bummy all the time. Then it just looks like one is like sugar daddying or sugar mama-ing the other one, like all the time. Like, I feel like they gotta look good together. I don't know. Would you want your significant other looking hella bummy compared to you all the time?
No.
Exactly.
I
wouldn't
I love
either.
same spectrum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see?
Speaking of that, it's actually a topic I want to discuss.
Oh, no.
Is having a sugar mama bad? Shout out Libby. She wanted me to tackle this topic.
Is
Or sugar dad.
Libby a sugar mama?
No.
Oh.
Like having one is it like, would you see a sugar mama have, is it more of a moral stab to your code, or is it a side hustle?
I don't know. Like, just do what you gotta do, I guess. Like, I mean, if...
I feel like you've been a sugar papa.
Fuck no. I've broken up with people because I felt like I was about to, like...
Sugar them?
Yeah, I'm not doing that. In fact, I encourage whoever I'm with to make even more money than me. I don't feel bad about that whatsoever. Not because I want them to be like my sugar mama, but like I just want to see you work for what you want in life. I don't want no like lazy bitch. But yeah,
you love laziness. I mean, you have to do what you want to be lazy, or like you have to work to get lazy. You know, more free time.
Oh yeah, and that's different too. Like, I had an ex that got mad at me for being lazy, but I worked so hard like in the years prior where I could afford to be lazy. That's different. It's different being lazy with money in the bank and then being lazy when you're hella thousands of dollars in debt. It's different. Big. But
have you guys noticed that his eyes get big when he's passionate?
I do. My eyes get hella big. Don't look at me.
Anyway. So you yourself, would you have a sugar or no?
I mean, I don't think I would, but I don't.
Would you let your other have one?
No.
Like imagine like you let your partner get a sugar something, then you split the commission. And besides, sugar is not always doing the tangara. It's like
I think that's my problem. My mind goes straight to the dirty. I'm like,
yeah,
what
that's
are
all
they
you talk about sometimes?
What are they what are they doing to get all that sugar, you know?
No, but there's different types. There's like, I want physical stuff, and sometimes I want company.
I mean, if it's just the company thing, then it's fine.
I go to Ruth Chris for money.
I guess
I'll split it with her.
If it was just like that, I just look at it like two friends hanging out. That's it.
But one's 30 years older.
That's fine. Whatever. I mean, don't you like? We're at the age now where we're going into work and we're like in our 20s, but our coworker could be like 50, 60. In my case, sometimes they're like even older than that. That's just normal. Same thing.
I feel you.
But I mean, that's fine. I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah, it just depends on the couple. I'm not bashing if you're a sugar mama or a sugar baby. Just be safe, man. Oh, have the good age limit. That's if you're the 18 below. That's kind of weird. You feel me? You see that in some weird sites.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
Jesus. We know some of y'all out there that.
Yeah. You mentioned something about race and punctuality.
Oh.
Go off on that.
I feel like I can say this freely because I'm half white, and then my mom is Chinese and Spanish. So
I thought you were gonna say I'm half white, half Spanish, half Chinese. Like, bitch, that's 150%.
No, bitch, I'm not that bad at math. Okay. But
I'm half
I can speak on like white people and their punctuality, and then like the Asians.
What kind of Asians?
Honestly, they're all the same to me. I know there's like Filipino time, but honestly, like the Chinese or whatever, they're all the same. They're all the same.
Indians?
Oh, that's a different one. That's a different one. I like with Indian time, I have friends who are Indian. I have a lot of clientele who's Indian. They be showing up like an hour, 2 hours late.
They're probably in a different time zone. So.
And then my mom went to an Indian wedding a long time ago. And she was actually the one that told me about Indian time in the first place. She went to an Indian wedding, like when the invitation said it started. No one was there for like 5 hours.
So they kissed the bride already?
No.
Or did they just not start?
the food doesn't start, the music didn't start, nothing started till like 5 hours after. And I guess that's like the norm, I guess. I mean, if anyone in that culture wants to say something different, please do in the comments, but that's our experience.
Let's rank tardiness.
I would put, in my experience, Indians at the top of the list.
I as well do, because our clothing brand, right? I get a text every week, so, and I'm pretty good with the texting with that thing.
Yeah, our supplier is quite slow and late at replying to us.
Yeah. So above Indians as the most tardy.
So
who's just as bad?
Indian at the top, and then I'd say right below that is like Filipino, Asian.
Like
pretty,
the Islanders, huh?
Yeah, I lump that all into one, honestly. In the form of tardiness, I feel like they're all the same. Like pretty, it could be pretty late, but not like the Indian wedding, not like that. More like it's like an hour-ish late, not 5 hours late.
Am I the most punctual Filipino you know?
You're also the most whitewashed.
Bro.
Which makes sense. I feel like a lot of white people are maybe too on time. Like they show up early. I'm guilty of that. I show up early to a lot of things. Like,
bro, in my kickback, you showed up at 4. No, you slept over.
I was co-hosting.
Yeah, you were co-hosting.
I had to be here.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I do show up like 30 minutes before. I don't know. I just like to be the first one there. I don't know.
First to be there, last to leave.
I don't know if I have to be the last to leave.
With me, you're like that. And like friend group parties.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Like half a days.
That's not on purpose, but I do like to be there first, like on purpose. I don't know why. I just want to.
Okay. So we got. Oh my gosh! I can go off about the Indian time. There's a crepe place that's so good here.
Oh shoot!
My God.
Okay, this is another example of Indian time. Okay, and no shade against you guys. I love the food, and like he was saying about
beautiful culture too.
This crepe place in Roseville.
Not crepe.
I said crepe.
I'm just. Go ahead.
This guy is so good at what he does, but sometimes he's not even open. Like on certain days,
there's lines when people don't know it's a store, so he must be doing something right.
Online, he has regular business hours all week.
No, his hours is weird, 6 to 2. Remember?
But they're consistent online.
Yeah.
But you go during those hours in person, and he won't be there. Like he will just not show up to his own business.
No.
When he says he's gonna be open, and then sometimes he'll open on like a random time or day that's not on his schedule, like online.
I know. And I was like, best believe it, we only had a crepe once a month because of that. He didn't show up for 3 weeks.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, that's a good example.
Hey, but if you want crepes and live around the area, 916, I will put the link down. Hopefully we can get a sponsor.
Hopefully you get there on the day that he is actually there.
Dude, imagine if we put him on and like we got free crepes for life.
I mean, he has to actually be open enough to take advantage of it.
Bro, he had the audacity. You know what? I might start one in Sac. And I'm like, bro.
You can't even be at the one in Roseville enough. He must be like hella ballin' though, if he can just show up to work whenever. And
I think he's a car salesman.
Why? What makes you think that?
Fulton Avenue. He has family in Fulton Avenue. His dad has a shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I asked him like, how come you? Because it's been like 4 weeks since I got the last crepe.
Man, so he's hustling car sales when he's not.
Yeah, first time I went
making
with him,
crepes.
Bro, he was like,
what a diverse guy.
I mean, he's balling though, like you said.
Car sales in the day, crepe making at night.
And best believe there's lines for both.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I hate car salesmen though.
Anyways, so the rank so far is Indian time, Phila Chinese, does Japan.
All Asian.
But Indian's an Asian.
Well, like all like Chinese looking Asian, whatever.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, Hispanic.
Oh, Hispanics.
I think that they're kind of in between 30 minutes to an hour, so I think it's like Indian, Asian, like other Asian,
Growing up, I had Spanish friends.
Hispanic, and then
Yeah.
white, from like latest to.
That's not all the races. We gotta go deep in it. Okay.
I don't have a lot of like African American friends. I don't know how punctual or how not punctual they are. Do you?
They're usually like a 15-20.
I think that's like normal. I think it's okay to be 15 minutes
Yeah.
late.
No, but the Spanish people and Filipinos were only on time for church.
Oh.
So yeah, shout out to them for their devout.
Priorities, I guess.
But white people are stereotyped for on time, and I can say that you live to that stereotype.
I do.
You'd be a little on two time. Like, let's say you're going to like Morocco, like December 25th. You're gonna be there November 25th.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Dude, opinions. You have Italian friends? Ooh, Russians.
Yeah.
How's their punctuality?
Early.
Like,
They're white.
Oh yeah. Are Russians Asian?
No.
It's in Asia.
Oh fuck, that's a mind fuck.
I know.
Because they don't look Asian at all. A lot of people think that they're European. Well, I think it's like half though,
You think
right? I think it's half and half. Half of Russia is in Europe and half of Russia is in Asia. Yeah, I think that's it.
Did we miss any other race? I don't. Yeah, African.
We got the main ones.
They're
no
pretty
offense.
early sometimes, and then white's the perfect time. Yeah, I think we did it all.
I think we got the most popular ones.
Yeah, but I can attest because in my friendship pool, I have at least 3 friends of each race. So.
Yeah.
And you, right? You,
Pretty much. I just don't have like a lot of
your sales like pool, like you can attest to all of those.
Oh,
so.
for sure. Yeah.
And it's, it's just being punctual.
Now, there's punctuality in profession too. Because
Really?
real estate agents are hella late all the time. I'm never late, which is probably why I steal some people's business because I'm actually on time. But agents out there do better. Like, everyone is hella late all the time. And since I'm already talking about my work, I want to tell you guys some funny stories. Okay. Everyone thinks real estate is just, buying, selling houses, boring.
I thought you were the extremely home makeover guy. You even got the hair.
Oh, thank you.
With frosted. I was talking about the frosted tips.
I don't have those anymore. That was like 10 years ago. I didn't even know you back then.
That's when extremely home makeovers was relevant as a mofo.
Okay. Anyway, there's this one time when I was showing a house in the hood. I mean, you can't pick or choose, where you just got to go where the business is, right? Especially when you're starting out. But I was showing this house in downtown Sacramento. This was like 5 years ago. And I got there, of course, before my clients did because I get there early. Now, no one was living in the house. Okay, so it was all vacant. No furniture or anything in there. Go open it, make sure all the lights are on so it's all good for when the clients eventually come. They were like an hour late. I could have died in this house that night and you'll see why. I was walking through the house, turning all the lights on, and I saw this hole in the back, like the laundry room was in the back of the house. There was a hole in the floor, and I went in there and I looked down the hole, and it was a fucking tunnel going through outside. Like, it was a raised foundation, so I guess you could do that and like cut a hole from the floor. And then I smelled something.
Oh, yeah. It's you and the smells. You hate stinky people.
I know. I hate stinky people. I hate smelly places. It smelled like straight up fucking shit. I look around. There is a pile of poop in the corner of in the other side of the room.
Bro, look at the nose in that guy. Super nose.
It was terrible. And I was like, ugh. It was hella bad. And then I was hella pissed off. I was like, I'm not gonna show this house, right?
You're losing a client if you improve that house.
And then I heard something. I heard like a crackling sound, like, in one of the bedrooms or something. I was like, what the fuck is that? So I turn on my flashlight because all the lights weren't on yet. And I see this like homeless looking dude running from the one bedroom to another. And I was like, hey, what the fuck?
Dude, I know you must have been hella spooked.
No,
Like,
I honestly, when I think of how I would react in this situation, I would think that I may just run out of the house. But in this circumstance, I was actually running after the guy.
wait, was he naked?
No, but he was pretty dirty. Like, it was clear that he was homeless. He was afraid of me. I don't think he wanted to hurt anyone, but he hella hopped through that hole and was out of there. But that was creepy. And there, like, I found clothes in some of the rooms, and there was like men's clothes, women's clothes, kids' clothes. I think a whole ass family was living in there, man. They were all hiding in that little like hole tunnel thing that they made.
Wait, so how come you weren't freaked? Because you were supposed to show the house.
Yeah.
Soon after, right?
Yeah, and I did. I ended up still showing it, and I told them, hey, full disclosure, I don't want to sell you something that is going to be like bad for you, but there's a family possibly of homeless people living in here, and they dug a tunnel under the house so they can get in. Also, I found shit in the toilet that they didn't flush.
They must have good immune systems.
I said there's poop in the back room and feces in the toilet. You know, I just want to be, honest. I'm an honest person when I do my job, and they appreciated that. It was just for an investment. They didn't care about living in it, so it didn't scare them off. So I sold the hobo house.
Wait, so repeat that. When you saw him, it was from room to hole or room to room?
It was like room to room.
Oh my gosh. It was dark. You said it was at night, right?
Yeah.
And you saw a guy just...
Yeah, it was,
Oh
yeah,
God.
yeah,
That
exactly.
was so creepy. If that were me, I was like...
Exactly.
Fuck the
And
money.
like, and I do,
live.
I do feel bad for like the homeless population in California. It's pretty bad, but I feel like I have the worst experience with homeless people. Like, this wasn't the only part. There was another time I was in SF with a bunch of friends, and I was just walking down by the pier. I was just on my phone. I was kind of falling behind from the group because I was texting someone. I don't remember who, but this homeless guy ran right up behind me and started like whispering in my ear, and it wasn't English. It was like some gibberish. Yeah. Or it was like it was weird. It was like I felt like I was being cursed or something.
That's like mouthwash, except it was like
But
brown water.
Immediately I was afraid that he was gonna like stab me with like a needle or something, because that shit happens over there, like in the Bay Area. It's really, really bad. But yeah, I hella ran away from him. But that's just another situation that's happened to me. I almost sat on a needle on that public train thing they have over there.
Oh my gosh! Imagine if you actually said like, "Ow, my ass!" You're like high.
No,
on that fentanyl and like heroin.
Dude, I would have died.
You know what? If this video gets 100,000 likes, you want to try fentanyl?
No,
Damn it.
Keon.
Okay. Okay.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Okay. Anyways, let me tell a story. When I was in kindergarten 4, which is like kindergarten from 4 to 5 years old, I didn't speak a word.
You were not verbal?
I was verbal, but I was mute.
Oh, interesting. Because you're hella loud now.
I know, which is weird. I don't have a podcast. Apparently, it was so bad that I needed speech therapy. There was like, they put me in speech therapy, and I did fine. I was like, oh, he can talk. But the teacher was like, yeah, we've never seen this before. It was like, I had a best friend when I was young. His name was Hunter McLeod. And then I didn't even say a word to him. In fact,
you had a best friend, but you didn't talk?
Yeah.
How?
Low-key, he took care of me.
Was it just vibes?
Huh?
Just vibes?
Yeah, I didn't like school.
So
I was like, why start talking? But like, first day of school, I see the teacher, and it was the first time I got separated from my parents. So I think I kicked the teacher and my parents, and I ran.
You kicked your parents too?
Yeah, I was rowdy.
What the heck?
And then I ran, and then my dad caught me by my backpack latch, and then he was like, "You have to go, because you're like, Ian, you need to learn." And then from that day on, I haven't spoken a word. I just raised my hand, and it was like, "What do you want?" Like I was in the lunch line. "What do you want for lunch?" And I was like, I just point. I was like, and then we went to Burger King for a field trip.
What kind of ghetto ass field trip is that?
Hey, Burger King now was ghetto. Burger King back then
was it lit back then?
Yeah. Any fast food place, because there was a what's that called? The park. The indoor park.
I don't real quick. One reason why I never like fast food places, especially the ones with the playground inside, there was a homeless person.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. There was a homeless person hiding in the
Damn it,
slide.
Kyle.
They're hiding in the slide. Can you just imagine, like, baby Kyle going down the slide and he was like, there's a hobo in there.
Wait, did you slide and you crashed into the homeless person?
No, I hella stopped myself and I climbed back up.
You're like, wait,
No, and
then you took off your socks for the maximum stickiness. So
I never took off my socks.
Just climb that ship as fast as you can.
But no,
What business he got in the slide?
He was sleeping in there.
That's a really sloped bed.
But the smells what scared me.
But you still slid.
Halfway. Because it curved, so I didn't see him up from the top.
But the nose doesn't work like that. You should smell it.
Oh yeah, no, you smell it more when you're in there. It already stinks. It's a playground.
So do you smell the roller coaster before you ride it too?
No, it just smells like metal.
Dude, I didn't even know that story.
Yeah.
No, but like, how does that happen to you?
I don't know, man.
A few episodes back, you said, "What's up with you and homeless people?" I need to ask you, what's up with you and homeless people?
I have the worst luck. There is a more recent one from last year. I was with our friends Mona and Oliver in downtown at night. We were just walking from one store that we like to go to there. And then this other one, homeless guy, jumps out at us and goes like, "Ah!" And we were like, "What the fuck?" And I got mad. I was like, "What the fuck?" And then Oliver just walks around him like it was nothing. And then Mona's like, "Ah!"
This was in Irvine, right?
No, it was in Sac.
Oh.
Irvine? A homeless person in Irvine?
Well,
I've never seen anyone like that in Irvine.
Oh, gosh.
If you're looking for a safe and clean city, I recommend Irvine.
San Antonio, Texas. The ideal spot. But back to my story. Fast forward to the first grade. Because keep in mind, I didn't talk in K5 either. Which is years 5 to 6. In first grade, in attendance, I said my name for the first time. People looked at me. He was like, what's your name? Keon. And people were like, I know he talked. I know he talked.
And then he never stopped talking since
And you know
then.
what, though? I knew how to speak English. So people thought because keep in mind, South Carolina was like racist back in the day.
Oh, were you the only Asian there?
I was only Filipino. Like, now Filipinos are like everywhere. And then like, yeah, they were like, this never happened. They thought I didn't know how to speak English, but I was raised in Michigan before that. So yeah, kind of ironic how the shy guy for 2 years is now a loud guy. Good end to the story. Remember how you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's some stories from my young days of age. Anyways, let's come up with a random silly podcast names. For y'all who want to start a podcast, I got you.
And there's a lot of you out there.
Don't film this, Chris. Okay, so
go first, Keon. What do you got?
Let's give each other 15 seconds, okay? Count down from 15 right now.
Shoot, wait. I think I got notes on my phone. Hold on.
You son of a bitch. Don't do it.
Okay.
Gosh dang it, man. The podcast. Dude, anything can be a podcast name. My Cherry Squeaky podcast, the podcast how to fix chairs. My mom is PMSing. My boyfriend doesn't love me. It's a podcast for couples. Dude, anything can be a podcast. What's the first thing?
Anything.
What's the first name? First thing. Podcast.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Podcast. When I was in GCU, I did this thing. The podcast. How do you even spell that? Let's see. Can you put that in my bag, please? Podcast. Podcast for Safeway baggers. You know, the ultimate how to bag properly. Well, you think of names. I thought of 8.
Shit, you took the best ones.
Anything can be a like. You want to sell a house podcast? You know. Do you want nice hair podcast? You know what I'm saying? Plastic surgery podcast for the ones who want plastic surgery. Let me see.
You could call one Drip. Like
Drip.
If you're doing podcasts about clothes, fashion.
Oh, I was thinking about like pool workers.
Oh, I guess I could a plumbing podcast. Call it Drip.
Drip too hard. Like the guy would probably be like, "Hey, do you guys know how to fix the toilet?"
You could call one Sugar for the sugar mamas.
Oh, no, not
Sugar
sugar.
daddies?
Sugar.
Sugar.
Let's call one Softy for the soft girls out there. Shout out Christine.
Or for the guys that need Viagra.
Oh my gosh. Let's think about 5 more, then move to the next topic. 5 more from each. Give me a thing of life, like something people do every day. What's something that you do every day? Ooh, Oriental Asian Cuisine, the podcast. The podcast.
Wait, what?
Oriental Asian Cuisine podcast.
We love pad thai.
I'll do 2 more. For if you are a hooper and you want to start a podcast, we're putting on the sauce. The Hoop and Dreams podcast, you know, and I'll do 1 more. What's a specific niche? Dead people. Probates the podcast.
The fuck?
If you want to sell a house and they die, Probates the podcast. Go do 3.
Shit, I can make one called Hobo.
Shit, bro. What are you gonna do then? Just interview hobos?
No, I'm just gonna tell my stories.
That was gonna be like a 1-man podcast. There's like, yeah.
Again, I have nothing against homeless people. I encountered some really creepy ones. Like, you don't gotta creep up on people that are just trying to mind their own business.
That's true. Think of 1 more.
Who hides in a playground, weirdo?
That's more of a attacking statement than a name of a podcast.
I guess.
You should name one like, you fucking homeless person.
No.
Anyway, so to the next topic. Let's end it off. I want to tell you about a killer in Japan who went so far that he deformed his own face. Have you heard of that story?
So, no.
Is anyone into crimes?
Why did he deform his face though? So like they wouldn't recognize him, or did he really want to be like hella scary to people?
You know what? It all starts here. So in England, this girl named Lindsay Smith went to a Catholic high school, and then her grades were so good she could have a full ride to Japan. That's not a sex joke. That means the school pays for you. You dirty
I wasn't
bastard.
even thinking like that, Keon.
You're the guy who always talks about it.
I don't know. No, I'm not. That's you.
That's Cat.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so so after Lindsay gets a full ride to college in Japan, a full ride is the college pays for you.
I know what a full ride is.
And they also pay for her to live there. Like she can have her own apartment. And then this guy named Tatsuya Ishihashi got her and like just stalked her to her apartment, right? And then they're like, hey, can you teach me some English? And then she denied. And then she was like, the guy was like, hey, can I get some water before I ride back home or like walk back home? Because I think he lives like a mile. I was like, damn, that's commitment, you know? And being like a non-cult like a Caucasian in Japan, it there's gonna be some people who want something different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, Tatsuya was like offered again, but with money this time. Like his background is his parents are super rich, and then college wasn't really for him, so he just lives off his parents' allowance.
So wait, he just wanted to learn English from this girl?
That's his his sneak up, because he wants to like
Okay.
kill her eventually. And then after that, Tatsuya offered some money, right? Like 35 per hour just to teach English classes. And then there was like, the girl was like, okay, fine. And you know, she needs like more money to like get through the life in Japan. So the girl accepts, and they set up a coffee date. And the next day, or the next few days, they actually pulled through the lessons. It was like 2 hours. Lindsay teaches Tatsuya the English, and then Tatsuya was like, thanks for the lessons, I appreciate you so much. You know what, I forgot my money. Do you want to come in a taxi with me to my house so you can get your money? And I was like,
oh, here we go.
her being,
Here we go.
I mean, a murder story being a murder story, she obviously said yes. And then after that, they go, and then he's like, yeah, the money's inside, come here. And then the next thing you know, apparently Tatsuya R-worded her, and then like shaved her head, and like did some like dead body sex. And then
what the fuck? So he killed her and then raped her?
Yeah. So like, and he dismounted his bathtub because it stank so much, and just put the bathtub outside and put the body in the bathtub and filled it with like soil, sand, and like odor killing detergents and stuff. And then with the wig, the Japanese police were like suspected that he shaves his victims bald just for the wig, because apparently,
so he can wear it.
Yeah, he's known as a cross-dresser.
Oh god,
which is so weird. And this is not the dumbest part. So after her body got mangled, people found out that she was missing, and the police went to his house. They clearly saw evidence, and then since it was like some janky ass building, there was like no Wi-Fi, and like at the time apparently police didn't have radios, so Tatsuya zigzagged and he fucking dodged 9 police. And then the case has been going for,
man, that guy was like a psycho Jackie Chan.
I know, if Jackie Chan was a murderer, except he's Chinese. And then, no, Jackie Chan's Chinese.
I know.
So after that, the case has been going on for 2 years, and the family still wanted to find the killer, right? So the family got so involved that the dad and mom went to Japan, and the dad hired the Yakuza. That's like the Japanese mafia to like do some intensive research, but no one could find him. But like 2 years after the death, there was a doctor who paid for his plastic surgery, and then they realized it was him. Like, he would mangle his face. He would take scissors and cut off his moles. He would take knives and just slit his the lower lip and just sew it back. Like, he had a mole in his cheek, his lower cheek, and his forehead. He snipped it all off with scissors just to look different. But it's because of the doctor. There's like, yeah, because in Japan there was like, man wanted for bounty might have a face change, and he realized it was him. So the police eventually got him. Shout out to the doctor. You got commission and the guy caught, so double win, right? But think about it. People are like that crazy.
So next time you get in the taxi with someone, just think twice.
Yeah, and
could be the last thing you ever do.
That's why
or in the States, you're probably getting into Uber or Lyft.
You think Uber? I don't think there's Uber.
Oh, there's plenty of stories where like it's an Uber, but it's like a fake Uber, and they're kidnapping you.
Like porn.
What are you talking about?
Fake taxi.
You're talking about a porno. I'm talking about kidnappings. Okay, this guy. That's another story for another time.
I don't have stories like that, bro.
I'm sure you do. But yeah.
Who's talking?
Whoa.
All right. Is that a good episode?
Anyway, yeah, that's a wrap, guys.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, Sippin News. And guess what? Today we had our first live audience. Christine, do you want to come here and talk?
Christine?
Yeah, she's a really big supporter. So, come on.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, shout out Christine. She's a big supporter. Is there anything you want to say about Sippin News?
I hope you guys keep watching the next episodes and keep in tune with Kyle and Key.
Thanks for that outro, Christine. Have a good
Thank
one,
you,
y'all.
Christine.
Spotify,
Bye.
iTunes, and it's also here on YouTube. Bye.